Good evening, ma'am, and welcome to the review 3 of our J component on the topic of political social media post analysis. I'm Isha Saxena, 19 BCE 1057, and my project partner is Jugal Jain, 19 BCE 1056. As we know, the internet is a lot bigger than a few Google searches. Apart from what seems as an endless expansion of information, the internet also has its cons. One such con is the fact that it is accessible to one and all without any restrictions. We have a censorship when it comes to printed and displayed media, but the internet is beyond the control of any legal board. What provides knowledge to individuals also has the power to manipulate you, especially when we live in a generation where social media is important to a person as a food. There were and have been many cases of manipulation on social networks earlier, where public opinion has been manipulated by the use of social media. Tweets are circulated and posts are made viral to get the maximum number of views and hence the most reach. The objective of our project is to analyze these messages or tweets and predict whether they propagate any type of ill will or any agenda in particular. So for the data set, we have taken up the political social media posts from Kaggle for analyzing social media posts and thus predicting any negative propaganda or agenda rising up the ranks. The dataset consists of 9 different attributes and 5,000 unique data values. Now my project partner Jugal Jain will walk you through the explanation of our project.
So ma'am, when we begin with the code of the project, we first import all the important libraries. As you know, we will be working on Python because we are using machine learning. So these are all the libraries that we've downloaded for the same. After downloading of the libraries, we will now upload the dataset in the variable df using the pandas library. As you can see, this is the head of the dataset followed by the entire dataset. We have printed some basic information about the dataset like the shape, the columns, the type of each columns. After that, we have taken the text column specifically into df underscore text underscore final variable. In this particular step, we have tokenized that particular column. Now, what is tokenization? Tokenization is the process of converting an entire paragraph or a page of text into tokens. What are tokens? These are important keywords in the text. Now, these tokens become the features of that text and they can be used for analysis. So, as you can see, all the 5,000 texts have been tokenized and the number corresponding to those text numbers is the token. And as you can see, every text has multiple tokens in it. Now we are plotting certain graphs to see the relation between various columns in the dataset. This is supported by the heat map. This is the basic correlation matrix for both the bias and the message columns. Now here we will be dividing the dataset into a training and testing data. The training data will be used for training the particular model that we fit the dataset into, and then testing will be done to see what accuracy can that model provide. Now this is the first model that we are using. This is a random forest classifier. So this is not the basic random forest classifier, rather we have used hyperparameter tuning. So first I'll walk you through hyperparameter tuning. Hyperparameter tuning is the process of fine tuning and modifying the parameters in a particular machine learning model. These parameters govern the outcome of that model, and if tuned appropriately, then we can get a higher and better accuracy as compared to the base model. Here you can see that various parameters have been tuned, and then that model is fitted into the particular data set, and the accuracy of the model is around 98.0%. Now, as a source of comparison, we will also be using the genetic model. Now, genetic model is a deep learning model, and it is said to have a very high accuracy rate. So we fit the deep learning model on our dataset and we try to calculate our accuracy. And if we see correctly after all these steps, the accuracy gained by genetic model is somewhere around 91.2%. So this is how significant hyperparameter tuning is, as it has increased the accuracy of a basic machine learning model to a length which far surpasses a deep learning model. And this is what our entire target is, to gain as much accuracy as possible so that there are no such tweets or posts or any other types of messages which are propagated to affect the common people's mind. Now my friend Isha will continue.
So to conclude, the accuracy of the grid search CV fit random forest classifier was found to be 98%, which foreshadowed the accuracy of the genetic algorithm, which was found to be 91.2%. So for conclusion in future work, when we compare the outcomes of the hyperparameters tuned random forest classifier to that of the genetic algorithm, it outclasses it drastically. While the genetic algorithm is a deep learning model which provides a higher accuracy, Grid Search CV helps random forest classifiers have an accuracy greater than it. Moreover, RFC has a near perfect accuracy and it were to be run on a larger data set. We might actually be able to achieve 100% accuracy. Currently, the project is a simple study to attain an acceptable amount of accuracy so that the website or application that we use it is able to weed out improper contests which are currently prevalent in various social media around the globe. For this to happen, we will be working on creating and perfecting the interface of the website or the application and make it competent to work as an overlay on any website which takes user inputs in the form of posts. We can also add a mailing feature where if the post of a particular person is rejected because of some reason, he or she can receive a mail regarding the same stating the reason of the rejection. In this way, we can make our project a lot more scalable. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.